Hey everybody. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes to get more people on. I'm not gonna stand here and talk too long because I want to bring my camera down and show you guys. Hey Sabrina, you're the first one, or to comment anyway, or show. I don't ever do this on live, so I hope this looks okay. It looks like it's in horizontal, which is what we want. Oh, awesome. So my kids are here, like all of you guys, and I'm really, really, really hoping that they're gonna behave. Anybody else love sparkling water? I bought some at Walmart and they didn't have any like unflavored. If y'all know me, if y'all don't know me, this is me. They didn't have any unflavored, so I bought some like orange flavored and I'm like, okay, it's fine. And then took one sip and I was like, this ain't right. This just can't be right. And I went and looked in the ingredients and it had aspartame in it. And I just dumped the rest and it's like, ugh, I don't need that. My light in here is not great. I have a ring light that I hope hangs on for this whole thing, but I think it'll be okay. Hey, Christy. Beth's watching.
Beth who?
Beth Richardson. And Christy and Amber and Sabrina. 13 people. What time is it? I can't even tell. What's my computer say? 4:03. Okay. I'm gonna give about one more minute. Getting all my little tools out. For those of you wondering why I have an eyeball, where are my scissors? Okay. Last semester I taught a anatomy class with our homeschool co-op, and hi, and oh, he's bringing me a lamp. Y'all give hearts and claps and thumbs up to Mike, who's giving me some more light. That's way better than my ring light. You can unplug the heater. Ooh, 4 little cousins from Illinois and North Carolina. Oh, okay. I'll need more light on this.
Is this your office now?
No. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So thank you. There's Sarah. Okay, so the reason why I have an extra eyeball is that I taught an anatomy class to our teens at our co-op last semester, and there was someone who didn't come to Eye Dissection Day, so I have an extra eye. I also have an extra brain, throwing around the idea of doing that one. It's not as exciting and as interesting, believe it or not, as the eye. The eye is... it's between the eye and the heart that are the most fun to dissect and to see. But yeah, so let me just hold it up. It's still in its bag. I haven't taken it out. This belongs to a cow, or used to belong to a cow. It belongs to me. If you want to do one of these at home, there are quite a few places that sell these organs. I got these from Home Science Tools, I think, .com. NASCO Science also sells them. If you're local to Hendricks County, we have Nature's Workshop, and so yeah, and they sell them as well. But I found the best like bulk deal at Home Science Tools. So what I'm gonna do, I'm in my slippers and my leggings. Hi, Daniel. Hi. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I may have to play around a little bit with zooming and such. I tried to do this earlier to get us all set, but I wanted y'all to at least see my face for a second before I started. I have to get this just right because when I put gloves on, there's no turning back. Okay, and as I said in the description, does that look good? We can see everything? Okay. Let me adjust some lights. Okay, boys, stay. You need to stand on there with Daddy. Boys. Go with Daddy.
Okay.
Okay, what was I saying? I forgot. I'm actually short on gloves. These are the only gloves I have left. So I want to make sure I have everything here. Okay, we're good. Boys, go.
Okay.
I didn't want y'all to just see my hands the whole time. I wanted to put my face up there for a minute. I don't know if I've ever done a Facebook Live video. I'm going to try to make sure this is recorded, no promises, and I'll see what I can do. I was thinking about seeing if I could put it on Instagram as well. So let's go ahead and get started. This is our cow eye. Let me see if I can get a little bit. I've got my ring light up here. It's actually a little bit better. Oh no, that's good because I don't want to get any weird shadows. This is the best I can do, guys. This is our cow eye, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut it open. Actually, I need a trash bag. The light is fine. I'll give a thumbs up for Mike, who's watching kids. Here, I'll just put it. I'll hand it to you. Thank you. Okay. Alrighty. So first, what we're gonna do, I want to give a little disclaimer about this eye. Oh, I really hope y'all can see, because I'm not looking at it dead on. Yes, Rachel Stewart did. I'm trying to remember when we would have done this together. I don't know if we did this together. Wouldn't surprise me. But you see, it doesn't look perfectly round, okay? And the reason why is because this was kind of smushed in. Oh, there went my ring light. Oh well. This was kind of smushed in a bag with a bunch of other eyes, and so that's why it's not perfectly round. But what you see around here, this right here, let's talk about the external structures. This right here is the cornea. You can see, woo, right here. And then all of this around here is the sclera. You're also seeing on the outside of the sclera, you're seeing all this fat, like this right here is fat. Okay. This dark stuff right here, these are muscles. We need muscles around our eyes to allow them to go in different directions. And I'm just gonna cut a little bit here, a little bit of this fat off. And if you want to do this at home, I even got the dissection kits at homesciencetools.com. Trying to peel this back a little bit, because this is something that I really want you to see. Right here. See, hear my family down there. This right here that I'm just gonna squeeze between my thumbs, that is the optic nerve. If something happens to this optic nerve, your sight is gone. It doesn't matter if you were farsighted, nearsighted, astigmatism, whatever. If something happens to this optic nerve, that's it, okay? There's one of these on the back of both of your eyes. And if I do a brain, I could show you this. But they come together and meet in the brain. So there's two optic nerves, and then they come together. And in some of the brains, I haven't looked at this one that I have close up. I mean, I haven't taken it out of the bag. So I don't know if it is even showing. Some of the brain specimens don't even, it's like chopped off, which is kind of unfortunate. But this one, you see how thick it is, how thick that nerve is? It's got to be hardy, and you can't feel it, but I'm kind of pressing on it with my fingernail or my thumbnail, and it's really, really tough. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm actually gonna take my scissors and trim off a little bit of this muscle and fat. You can see me cutting through some of this muscle and fat, how tough it is. See that? It's really, really tough. Just kind of wanting it to get it out of the way. I'm going to cut off a little bit of this. Woo! Whoops! All right. So now we can see this a little bit better. Now normally this cornea would not be so wrinkled. It's wrinkled because there is no pressure, or there's some pressure, but not a lot of pressure from the inside. That's pressing because this is a dead specimen, basically. And what I'm going to do is take my scissors, and normally I would use a scalpel, but I don't have any good scalpels right now. Make sure. I'm going to poke into this. I don't know if you can see. I'm really sorry. I'm doing the best I can with lighting, guys. I'm poking on this, and you see how hard it is? That sclera, that's the white part, by the way. Look at the person next to you and look at their eyes. And that white part, that is the sclera. That is basically, the sclera it protects the eye, and it gives the eye its shape. But see how tough it is? And I'm just gonna cut. Come on. That's why scalpel is better for this. You know what? Maybe I could use this little guy just to kind of get it started. Okay, there we go. I don't know if that'll be good enough to get my scissors in, but we'll try. That's one thing I love about doing eye dissections with groups of kids, because the eye is, there we go, the eye is one of those things that, I mean, it's really tough. And there are some parts that are delicate, but some that aren't. So I'm just gonna cut around. You're welcome, Sabrina. I'm gonna cut around. You're seeing some liquid escape. And keep in mind that these specimens they are, like, lack of a better term, cleaned and soaked in, I actually don't know what the chemical is. It's not formaldehyde, but it's something like that. I don't think they use formaldehyde anymore. I'm cutting around the cornea here, and so you may see some of that is this liquid, this preserving liquid, we'll just call it that, and some of it is the different humors that we're going to talk about in a minute. And I'm cutting right around that cornea. And I'm going to cut it like a can opener, kind of. I'm going to cut just a little bit further. Okay, and you can see a little bit better this clear, almost said retina, cornea. And we're going to open it up and look at that. See my cornea? And it's very thick. And again, it's cloudy because of the preserving substance, whatever it is technically called. I'm trying to look here and make sure you guys can see and I have enough light. Okay. But the cornea, see how tough it is? One reason why it's this tough is because of the preserving liquid. It is typically a little bit more delicate, but it is still very, very strong. and the preserving liquid makes it cloudy, but the cornea's job is to, it's like an outer coating of the eye, is to protect the eye, and it helps to maintain the eye structure. And look what we have. Oh, I hope y'all can see. Hang on a second. Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
You come here, please.
Okay, pause.
They're watching Star Wars. You can see right here. I'm just gonna lift it up.
Yeah.
I need some more light, almost on top of me, coming down. Can you move it over?
Yeah.
Because my ring light went out. So bear with me for a second.
I'm gonna have to go behind.
Okay. Okay, I think that is a little bit better if you can, yeah. Is that better? I would not get into too many shadows. But okay, so I'm gonna show you this right here. If you can, it's also, sun's going down, it's cloudy. But you can see this little, thank you, honey. This ring that I'm gonna lift out of here. I'm actually gonna take it out so you can see it better. This little donut here is the iris. So what I want you to do before I get this out, I want you to look at the person sitting next to you and look at their iris. It is the colored part of the eye. I'm just gonna kind of tear this out. Okay, here we have the iris. And that is the colored part of the eye. So when you see someone, like I have green eyes, my iris is going to be green. And the iris has in it something called the ciliary body and ciliary muscles. And if I turn it over, this is kind of hard to see, but if you can see almost like little lines in here, they're kind of shiny, these lines, those will open and close the pupil. And the pupil is the middle hole in the eye that we can't actually separate in this dissection because the pupil is not an actual structure. All it is a hole. If we have any camera people out there, you know what the aperture is? When you have a lot of light, let's say you're taking outside pictures, you close the aperture or the aperture gets smaller because we don't need a lot of light to light up the picture, okay? That's why when you go into a bright room or you go outside and it's really sunny, your pupils go whoop, because they don't need to be wide open. It's like our body automatically decides that. Bear, I need you to go downstairs. And so the pupil is this center part, and all it is a hole, okay? You want to see? Okay. So when you go into a dark room, your pupil opens nice and wide, so it's gathering all the light that it can. So that is the iris and the pupil and the ciliary body, ciliary muscles. The ciliary muscles also, ciliary, suspensory ligaments, sorry, I'm confusing my words, also control the size and shape of, oh, come on out. I'm just gonna have to reach in there. I'll have to manhandle you here. The lens, okay? Hey, Brayden, I need you to go to, it is later. Go talk to Daddy. Go talk to Daddy. Go talk to Daddy about it. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this right here is the lens, and the lens is flexible, and it changes shape so that you can focus light on the retina, which we will get to the retina in a second. Now, I'm just gonna kind of move things over here and see, I don't know if you can hear that. It's like a marble. It's like a marble or a pebble. It is cloudy because of the, it is cloudy and hard like this because of the preserving liquid. There is a teeny tiny, it's really hard to show because this doesn't actually come on every sample. It depends on the sample or the specimen. But do you see I'm kind of peeling some of this off? It's kind of like an onion. It's got these layers, or like an ochre. It has these layers. And what this does in the eye, it goes from like a concave to convex. It changes, it gets like flatter or fatter, depending on what you're trying to see. And so it's coming off for you and I, because of the preserving liquid, kind of cloudy and like a marble, and it's kind of yellowy. But in real life, it is way more flexible, and it changes shape, and it's much softer. So there is our lens. See, this is cool. I can actually separate different parts of the eye. Okay. Now what you're looking in here, ooh, look at that, look at that, look at the jigglies. Okay, when we go inside the inside of the eye, I'm just going to kind of empty out. You know what? I'm gonna snip off the rest of this cornea so we can see a little bit better. See if it'll squirt out on its own. Oh, you hear that sound? Oh, who's ready dinner? Okay, this is just some of it. Can you see this jiggly stuff? Isn't that cool? This is called aqueous humor, and I can kind of move it around. You're seeing bits of the retina in there, and probably bits of the iris as well. Oh, and there's my hair. Okay, so and you're in just kind of little bits of other things in there. But what you're seeing here is the aqueous humor, and it's like a jelly-like or like a plasma-like substance, and it actually drains continuously and is in constant motion. And so you're always like replenishing, and I can't remember how often. Yummy, yes. It's always replenishing and is part of the vascularization of your eye. What the aqueous humor does, it helps to maintain the intraocular pressure, so the pressure within the eye. And then you have vitreous humor, which is basically like water, and there's some mixed in here as well. But the vitreous humor lasts your entire lifetime. So, and I believe I know it starts at what point in gestation, I don't know, or I don't remember. But you have it your entire life. So the vitreous humor that you're born with is the vitreous humor that you die with. And it also helps to maintain the pressure inside the eye, and it helps to keep the retina in place. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut this open a little bit more. Where is our optic? Okay, I don't want to cut through optic part. Sorry, I want to make sure y'all can see this. See how tough? See how tough that sclera is? Part of it's because I'm cutting through muscle. Bear with me, guys. These scissors have barely been used. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay. So what you're seeing here, this kind of white stuff on the inside, that right there, there's some more humor that's coming out. This right here is the choroid, and this is it's one of the it's one of the layers that provides blood flow to the eye. And I'm just kind of peeling. There's some more aqueous humor. There's a lot of it in there because, like I said, it holds the retina in place. And this is just extra tough. I'm trying to show you the most fun part. Let me ask you this question, though. You don't have to answer it, but just answer it to yourself. Have you ever taken a picture of an animal, like your dog or your cat, and used a flash? And you get those like demon eyes from your animal, and like it's red or maybe green or blue. Animals have this really pretty, let me see if it'll show in here. I'm having a hard time getting through to it. Oh. Can you see kind of a yellowish, opally, bluish color back there? Let me see if I can cut some more to get to it. That is called the tapetum, and that is something that we as humans do not have. Animals have that because it helps them to see at night and in the dark, because that's, what, their survival relies on, or used to rely on. I mean, obviously with domesticated animals, not as much. They don't have to hunt at night. But maybe you can see that a little bit better. This is the most interesting part, I think. That's why I'm trying so hard to show it to you. See that really pretty yellowy blue? Hey, Adam Benjamin is on here. Okay, if you see Adam Benjamin, he taught me how to do this. And while I'm cutting, I can just talk to you. I learned how to do this because I had my very first job out of college at the Health Museum in Houston, Texas, as a field trip science teacher. There we go. As a field trip science teacher. And I would do this all day. Some days I would go through like 10 or so dissections. So do you see that real pretty? That's the tapetum right there. It helps them to see at night. And so that's what animals have. And no two animals are going to have a tapetum that looks exactly the same. Okay, so next what we're going to look at here is this black right here. And you can peel it off if you're real careful. I've had some people in dissections who are able to pull off the whole thing in one sheet, or almost one sheet. And this is the retina. We'll be able to get a better, hopefully, depends on how careful I am, hopefully we'll get a better picture of, yes, a better picture of the tapetum when we look at that. Okay? Yeah, there we go. Now this is the retina. And the retina is like, see that? Is like the movie screen. Oh, see, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I would zoom you in a little bit more. Maybe. Thank you, Adam! I'm sorry. It's like the movie screen of your eye. It absorbs the light, which is why it's dark, and it helps to prevent the light from, scattering when it goes into your eye. And it has what are called rods and cones, which are photoreceptors. Oh, so you're seeing the color. Isn't that beautiful? And the photoreceptors are rods and cones. Rods, you have more rods than anything. You have, there's actually 125 million of those. And those detect shape and movement. And then you have cones, and you only have 6.5 million of those. And they make out detail and color. Okay? And it's really hard, if not impossible, to cut out the retina all at once, because right here in the middle, it's going to be really hard to see this. But right here, this hole right here, is called the optic disc. And the optic disc is where the optic nerve goes through the retina and out the optic nerve. So this is basically right, let me find it again, right here. If I just poked it right here, I'm really trying hard here, guys, to get a good view, but it's tough. But right there, that's the optic disc, and that's where it goes through to your optic nerve. That's where your optic nerve comes into your eye. What?
Daddy said that I need me and you need to come down the basement.
Okay, when I am finished.
Okay.
Go, please. Thank you.
But
Go.
I'm
I
still
know.
watching.
I know. Please go. And that is one spot. Sorry about that, guys. So that's a one spot on our retina that's called the blind spot, and that's where you can't see anything. Okay? Because that's the one part of your retina that is not giving you information, because it's the part of the retina that goes to the back of the eye as the optic nerve. So yeah, that is our eye. I can go through all of this again, just a brief overview. We have here, this basically is the sclera. See how tough it is? And then we've got muscles, we've got fat, we've got our optic nerve here on the back, and everything that we took out is the retina right here, and the tapetum, which remember we don't have, guys. We don't have that. We've got our aqueous humor here. We've got some vitreous humor, you know, it's kind of mixed in here. We've got the choroid. Sorry. We have the cornea, goes on the outside. We've got our eye. Don't touch. We've got our iris and pupil here. Got a lens. And is that everything? I think so. So I don't know how long this was, but I really thank everybody for joining me today. I'm gonna try. I don't know how to do Facebook Live. I don't know if I've ever done this before.
Where's the
Maybe
trash?
once. It's right here, Bear. And I'm gonna try to get this recorded. Don't hold me to that. I am so excited, Adam, that you're here. That is super fun. But yeah, if you have any questions, I guess I can take questions for a minute. I don't know everything, but I tried to keep it very surface for you guys. If you want to learn more, definitely do some research and maybe go back and look. And yeah, so if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask them now. I'll just give it a minute. Oh.
Why did it stop?
It didn't stop. I'm still recording. Everybody can hear you.
Everyone?
Okay, well, I'm going to go. You can still leave some comments, and if I can later on, I will answer questions. But that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for doing this. I know this is, how big is a human eye compared? Ours is about like a ping pong ball. This is going to be a little bit bigger. Obviously, we use our eyes to see just like cows do, but for different reasons. We obviously need more detail. We need more color. I mean, our lives rely on our sight to a degree, and yeah. So you're so welcome. You're so welcome. All right, guys. I can get back up here. Woo, that is way too close.
Mommy,
Okay.
are
You guys
done?
have a good day, and share this if you can. Go ahead and share it. Talk to you later. Bye.